As you guys may know, president-elect, not president, which pisses me off. This is me taking shots at all the people that say president-elect. I guess it's politically correct. I get it. Stop calling them political. Just call him next president. I hate president-elect Joe Biden. But yes, Joe Biden is expected to be our president in January. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Kamala Harris. And I am excited to just have Trump out.
Yeah, man. You know what's interesting is as always, I have to preface my comments to say we're not a political show, which should go as no surprise. Everybody knows that at this point. But like you said, man, I don't know why you're so. I don't know why you had that feeling about president-elect. That doesn't sound that bad to me, but whatever. Yeah, man. Like it was a. I guess it's not final, so you can't really have two presidents. You can't call him President Biden. I get it. Yeah, I don't know where I want to take this, man, because you know the results are not even final technically. You got Trump out here contesting the votes. Like I heard more recently that in Georgia they're going to do a recount by hand. I'm like, what the? Do you know how long it's going to take to count all of those votes by hand, bro? They're supposed to swear in the president-elect Joe Biden in January, right? So we're talking about 60 days, maybe 70 days until that happens. It might take them 70 days to count all of them votes in Georgia by hand. How, like, is anybody thinking about that? You know what I'm saying? And also, damn, I feel like all of my triggers are just coming up. The things that I've been wondering during this whole election, because I was tuned in, bro. I was tuned the fuck in to CNN every step of the way. Yo, how do you pronounce the vice president elect's first name? I keep hearing people say Kamala, keep hearing people say Kamala. I keep hearing different variations. I'm gonna need to understand the correct pronunciation before I mess it up because it's important, bro. We can't keep messing up. How do you mess up the vice president's first name? Like that should be something that everybody just knows. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that. First black woman, black woman, however you want to put
Southeast Asian, however the first Indian. They said a whole lot of stuff. Yeah.
Very cool, very very cool. But I do want to talk about hip hop's impact, right?
Yeah.
Hip hop and music's impact. We talked about it last episode. A lot of endorsements. I really do think hip hop is what put Joe Biden, not hip hop, let me not say hip hop, but hip hop is one of the many things that helped Joe Biden get over that edge. There was a lot of people, a lot of rappers. I saw the baby. The baby drove people to North Carolina to vote. I saw, who else did I see? I saw Lil Wayne tried to endorse President Trump. I'm pretty sure that had an impact on how a lot of people voted. But people were very active. People were saying vote. They had vote on some of the concerts they were doing. Like I really am impressed with the show out and like the importance that hip hop and just entertainment played in this election. Because if you look at it this way, in my humbling opinion, Joe Biden won a lot of the important states because of black people. Let's be real. Like,
that's a fact.
He flipped Georgia. You know why? Because Atlanta, people finally showed out. Yep. And we know how black Atlanta is. He did good in Michigan because, you know why? Detroit, people showed out. Flint, people showed out. He did good in Milwaukee, which is Wisconsin. Milwaukee people showed out. Philadelphia, black people showed out. Like black people, like what we were able to do this election was phenomenal. And Atlanta, my God, that to me is one of the most impressive things I've seen this year for Georgia, a place that has been historically red, to flip blue. Like that to me is black people. That to me is the impact of black people. And it looked like at one point Georgia was going to be one of the major difference makers in this election. And so for that to happen, man, that was dope. That was dope to me.
No, hell yeah, I agree with that, man. You know, it's funny. It's funny that a lot of people were first time voters this time around. You know, and it almost became like cool to vote. You know, it's like however you felt, whether on one end of the spectrum, whether you were for Trump, whether you're for Biden, it didn't matter. It seemed like everybody made it a conscious effort to vote, which I think is dope because that's the whole point of voting is for everybody to be involved. But I wanna take this a different step, man, because you're right, man. All of these different cities, I could make a legitimate argument like you are that Black people had a lot to do with putting Joe Biden over that hump and getting him into the White House. And so I think this is a prime opportunity that we as a community need to take. Unlike what we did with President Obama in the past, and it's to hold these people accountable. Like the vote should mean something. Okay, we go out and vote for you, and then what, right? Think about it. We're not just voting for these people just to get involved. I mean, some people are, but like the vote should mean something. And so what are we getting for these votes? What? This is the prime time to make demands, respectfully, of course, right? Because you have to be amicable on both sides. Come with a plan. This is where we as in like a community need to organize and say, yo, this is what we want. Remember, we spent a whole lot of time. We had an episode, you and I, where the whole, riots were happening. There was a lot of political unrest, social unrest after the killing of George Floyd, right? And we spent the whole episode talking about solutions, right? We brought up reparations. You and I, we went back and forth about what that meant, whether it was beneficial, whether it was not. The point I'm making here is, well, this is when we need to start coming up with these solutions. Because the vote that we gave to whoever the hell you voted for should matter. So let's start putting some agendas in place. Let's start putting them in front of the administration that is going to be sworn in January with Biden and Harris. And let's start trying to make something happen for us as a Black community, as a hip hop community, as a whatever community you are in. This is the time where it matters. And I learned a saying over this whole election period, which I thought was interesting. I never heard it before. It's called quid pro quo. I don't know the origins of the actual word. I'm pretty sure it's a different language. Maybe it's Latin, who knows? But the point is, the translation of it means essentially, I do something for you in return for something that you're going to give to me. So if, for example, elections, politics, I'm voting for you to get something from you.
I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's what that meant.
Yeah, that's what it means. Look it up, man. I'm pretty sure I summarized it properly, but the point is like our votes should matter and they should count for something. So like I'm saying, this is the time to organize, man. And I hope we do that. I hope we do that.